Hello guys, welcome back to another tutorial. So today we are going to learn how to make a shrug. So I've never made a shrug at all, and I thought of making one. I wanted to do something that is unique to me, so I decided to make a shrug that has oversized sleeved and can be transformed into a scarf if need be. So this is what I came up with, and this is how it looks like. I think it turned out pretty well to me, and that's what I'm going to show you how to make today. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel, and without further ado, let's just dive into the pattern. Here are the materials that you're going to use to need for the project. So before we get started, I just want to make a few things clear about the measurements. So remember, I'm working on a shrug with an oversized sleeves. So the oversized sleeves are going to be longer than your usual sleeves. So normally most sleeves are around 18 inches. But for mine, I'm going to add a total of 10 inches on the sleeve. So I'm going to have around 28 inches for the sleeves. Each sleeve is going to measure 28 inches, and then the middle part, which is now from one shoulder to the other, is going to measure 16 inches. If my two sleeves are going to measure 28 inches each, that means that the total length for the two sleeves is going to be 56 inches. And then the distance between one shoulder to the next is going to be 16 inches. Mine is 16 inches, so make sure you measure that to know yours as well. So shoulder to shoulder measurement, that is, mine is 16 inches. So if I add 56 inches and 16 inches, I get around 72 inches. So I'm going to make enough chains to give me 72 inches. And remember, you're working a mesh pattern, so you want to make sure that the number you're working with is the odd number. So yeah. So start off by making a slip knot, and then chaining enough chains that is going to give you 72 inches. So 72 inches, you'll realize that is shorter, is longer than your measuring tape. So you're going to measure 60 first and then add an additional 12 inches. So you start afresh. So just make sure you achieve that, yeah? Some people just like finding projects that are easier to make, and I agree with that. But I personally decided to take on projects that are a bit huge to help me learn how to discipline myself and teach myself how to be patient in the process of creating, and to make sure that at the end of the day I have a piece. But not only do I have a piece, I've proven something to myself that I can be able to do something for a specified amount of time and complete it, yeah? Because you're definitely going to realize that crochet is more than just the art of creation. So after making 241 chains, add an additional 4 chains. So these 4 chains act as first 2 chains added to the 241st chain makes 1 double crochet, and the other additional 2 chains make chain 2. After adding 4 chains, yarn over and skip this to the last chain that you had made, the 241st chain, and in the next chain make a double crochet, chain 2, skip the next chain, and in the next chain make a double crochet, chain 2, skip the next chain, and in the next chain make a double crochet. So notice that we are skipping one chain but adding two chains at the top. So chain 2 but skip one chain, in the next one make a double crochet, chain 2, and then skip one chain, in the next chain make a double crochet, chain 2, skip one chain, in the next one make a double crochet, chain 2, skip one chain, in the next one make a double crochet, chain 2, skip one chain, in the next one make a double crochet, chain 2, skip one chain, in the next one so that's what you got. Yeah, so this is what the pattern you're going to keep up with all the way across. I'm going to show you how to end the row, but keep in mind you're chaining 2 and skipping one chain. I'm gonna meet you when you're almost at the end of this row. So when you get to the end, you start a new row by chaining 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the 5 acts like as one double crochet, chain 2, and then turn your work, yarn over and make a double crochet on the next double crochet, chain 2, yarn over and make a double crochet on this next double crochet, chain 2, yarn over, chain 2, yarn over and make a double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 2, yarn over and make a double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 2, So basically this is the pattern for this, the mesh pattern. So you're going to keep up working on this until you get to the end, and I'm going to meet you when you get to the end. Just repeat the same process, chain 2 and make a double crochet. Second row is done. So So I went on ahead and I made 15 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this 15 rows measures to 7 inches. Keep on working on that until you have 15 rows, and once you do that, you're going to make an identical piece as this. Once you do that, I'm going to meet you when you have the 2 pieces so I can show you how to join this to come up with the shrug that we are making. Next, after you have the 2 pieces, I'm going to show you how to join. Let's do the measurement. You can just start off by a stitch marker and use one of your stitch markers to mark the beginning of your work. And then after you're done with that, now you're going to measure 28 inches from this side. Place your measuring tape on a flat surface and measure that to 28 inches. So this is where my 28 inches is. So when you get there, find the last part of the mesh and place your stitch marker right there, front and back like that. So come on to the other side and do the same thing. First off, start by using a stitch marker. So once you do that, we are going to do the same thing in this measure. Measure 28 from this other side, 28 inches. So this is where your 28 inches is. So just use a stitch marker to mark this point as well, like that. So the measurement that it's remaining in the middle should be 16 inches. So after you've done that, we are going to start sewing in. So let's start sewing. So when you're sewing, you're just going to make sure that each mesh box is directly opposite to the other. So when you get to your stitch marker, just take it off and complete. Leave a long tail for weaving in, or maybe if you'd like to add a few more rows after you try this on. You never know, you might need that. So after you've done that, you're going to begin on the other side. The best way to do it is always to start from the other end, right here. So after doing that, you can try this on and just make sure that the neckline fits perfectly. It's going to be kind of off shoulder. So do that and then come back and let's do this other side. You're going to sew in the other side as well. So what you do, find where you ended, which is here, and place your stitch marker, but now on the downer side right here. You pick your stitch marker and place it right there. And do the same thing. So when you come to this other side, so this is where you left off, the last point. This is where the last point is, yeah. So on the same wavelength, just place it. So after that, you're going to sew in this other side the same way. So just sew until you get to the stitch marker and do the same on the other side. Let me meet you after you've joined that, yeah. I've joined all of it and this other side too. So this can also be customized as a scarf if you want to. I'll show that in a picture how you can customize it into a scarf. So the last thing that we're going to do, we're just going to do a little bit of edging around the neck area and across the sleeves as well, the edge of the sleeves. So let's start with the neck part. So attach your yarn here, and for this I'm going to use a smaller hook. I'm going to use a 3mm hook. Previously I was using a 4mm hook. After that, you place a single crochet in the next chain 2 space, 2 single crochets. That's chain 2 space, and then two single crochets in the next chain 2 space, and 2 single crochets in the next chain 2 space. Just going to be placing 2 single crochets in each chain 2 space all the way across. So once you get to the last one, just slip stitch on top of the first that one that you made, chain and cut your yarn. So you're going to repeat the same thing on the sleeves. So just, I've already done that on my side, so just do this on this two sleeves. Yeah, and the last thing to do after that is just to weave in your ends. So after you've done that, just weave in your ends, and then yeah, that will be the end of your tutorial. That will be the end of the tutorial. So thank you for tuning in, and if you've watched this far, please consider subscribing to my channel if you feel like doing that, and help me grow the channel by sharing this content, liking it, leaving a feedback and all that. So thank you for being here, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. So bye for now.